is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. 40. I go by the name Black Pegasus, and I got a very special guest all the way from Belgium on U.S. soil, the one and only Anthony Ray. What's good, my mans?
Bonjour, Black Pegasus, ça va avec toi?
Oui, monsieur.
Ça va avec moi aussi. Maintenant, nous allons regarder Skiller versus Reeps 1. Reeps 1 is a legend in the beatbox scene. He's a judge, actually. I think Skiller did a bunch of judging as well, but now the one you see the paddle. Now the one you see in the panel the most of the old school judges, I say, are ZD and Reeps 1. Like in the 2021 and so on. Like these guys are always judging. Like these are vets.
Now I'm excited for this. I know this is a throwback, you guys. But the history is so important to kind of catch up on.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm excited about this one, though, I just heard of Skiller for the first time because we checked out Skiller versus Alem.
Yeah, on my channel.
That's the first time I ever. So peep out that reaction. I've never even heard the name Skiller, which is a gangster name. But Reeps 1, I have heard of him, but because of his collab with DubFX, it. That's it. I didn't know he battled, bro.
Oh, dog.
I didn't know.
Oh my
this is a first-time reaction for Reeps 1 for me. So now let's fast forward. The reason this is exciting for me as well is because I've been saying this. There's so many parallels to martial arts, which I'm an advocate and a lover of martial arts and a practitioner, to beatboxing. And when you go back in the history, it's like when you're training martial arts, right? You train, you do tournaments, especially in like jiu-jitsu. You train, you do tournaments, and that's kind of how you level up. And that's what I get to see because I'm seeing these superstars. Like I realize Reeps 1 is like a superstar on YouTube, a musician.
Yeah, he's
but
an
I
artist.
wouldn't know that he got the blood, sweat, and tears and the stripes of being in the ring. I like that because I'm a rapper in America that grew up freestyle battle rapping in the 8 Mile era. So like it's different when you're battle tested and been in the ring.
Yeah.
I like that story and that journey. So I get to. This is real time right now.
This is why I like doing these reactions of the battles.
Yeah.
Because remember we were talking about the Tom Tum Showcase?
Yeah.
Let's do the Tom Tum Showcase. And then I said, no, let's not. We'll do that solo when I'm back in Belgium. We got to do the battles.
Yeah.
We got to look at the damn battles.
Yeah.
That's what we find like energy. And you with your experience in the field. Yo, guys, by the way, he just said this. I'm like, what? This is the first time you see Reeps 1 battle? So he needs to be caught up on Reeps 1. You guys got to give some suggestions in the comments. Like, what does he need to check out from Reeps 1? Like, put it down below because there's a lot of stuff. I can't think of one right now.
Let's get it started. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's go. 40-year-old
boys are back in town. 40. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40.
All right, y'all, let me get this logo down and pull the video up, and we're going to get into this now. Don't forget, support the original content on the channel the same way you do these reactions. Me and him have a really dope music video on his channel, USA to Belgium. Depending on when you see this, I have Ugly Boys, on my channel, but we got a bunch of original stuff coming down the pipes, including a rap beatbox collab. So check us out, y'all, and let's get it.
40.
We're going to dive right into this, yo. This is Skiller versus Reeps 1, man. Let's go.
I love this.
1, go!
My bad. This homie Skiller looks like our homie Ethan if he had hair. Yo, it's crazy how, bro, this is bananas. Anyway, shout out to Ethan.
He
What
also
up, Skiller?
said he looked like Easy Mill.
He does with the little bun. When,
He
when
he does look like Easy Mill.
Yeah, it's crazy. He has so many similarities to people I know. I'm like, what?
hold up. Oh, hold on. Join. Da, 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 da. Enough. Tweet up, tweet, 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 tweet. Tweet it out, tweet, 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 tweet. What up, what up, what up? What up, what up? What up, up? What up, what up, what up, what up? No, 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 no,
What do you think? This is a hard one, bro.
All right, so with the basic knowledge that I have,
It's not so basic anymore, bro. You start to know a thing or two about these guys.
I feel like the technique-wise, Skiller probably got it, but
Yeah.
as sonically and musicality, Reeps 1 got it.
Oh, I agree.
And I gravitate to Reeps 1. Now, I want to highlight why I'm enjoying this, because some people are like, I want the new hot shit. I want to shoot 2023 or 2021. This is why this is fire.
Yeah.
I don't know. So you tell me if I'm off on this. But I could see Codfish getting some influence from someone like a Reeps 1.
Oh, he
like
does.
being a young kid, watching him and developing his style and then becoming a champion.
Yeah.
And then other people who are doing like the more, like these more technicalities things, maybe like the collapses and the Alems effing with Skiller.
You know who is watching this battle right now? This one, and when this came out, you know who, like you said it, you know who was watching this?
No, I
Collapse.
I'm just guessing because I'm watching Styles.
Collapse was a kid when this was out.
Yeah.
He was watching these battles. He was watching these dudes. I don't know exactly which one, but he says it. Like he has like this. He sometimes says it on his channel. He was like, I was a child watching these beatboxers.
Yeah.
These guys. This is what he was watching, and now he's collapsed.
And so when I watch these dudes reach their heights, like Codfish and let's say Collapse, Codfish has a very distinct style, and he doesn't really detract from that. He'll kind of touch the water, like, hey, let me show you I can do some of these things.
Yeah.
But then someone like Collapse isn't going into like something like, let's say, a King Inertia. He can touch it, and everyone has their strengths.
Yeah.
I'm only guessing because I grew up, okay? I grew up watching Scribble Jam, so I loved Idea, Brother Ali, Sage Francis, but then I was a super fan of MC Supernatural and MC Juice, and then I started doing my thing, and then when I got in Scribble Jam, I'm a hybrid, like I'm making funny jokes like an Idea, but trying to put schemes together like Juice, and that's what you saw when I made it to in my moment in 2023. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just what I'm basing it off of.
Exactly.
From freestyle rap.
That's the same with the beatboxers watching it.
Yeah.
There's some kid. There was a D-Lo watching these battles. There was a River, Footbox G, and Alexinho, Inertia. They were all watching this going, damn, I want to be like that. Guess what? They became it. That's hard, bro. That's G shit.
Yeah. This is dope. It could have went either way. It's for me, this was a preference. Like, are you basing this off technicality or music?
It's both. It's kind of hard to judge. It's things like, are you mistiming certain things? Because Reeps 1 had mistimings.
I heard
he
him
missed
pause
snares.
at a moment.
He missed his snares.
See,
in the beginning, he was like, he didn't hit a snare twice, I think. Skiller was way more clean. His execution. Technically, his complexity is better. Complexity is the right word. He was more complex. So you're right on the technical part. I think Skiller was way more, also better structure. Skiller just goes in and has a structure and it's solid. Reeps 1 didn't have a solid structure. You can tell he was kind of figuring out, okay, what do I do now? And then he went to the like he went to the
I like that. I honestly like that whole scheme more than what Skiller was doing.
Yes.
But I'm able to now realize, like, yo, technically, and the way it was seamed together, I was like, yeah, I'd probably give it to Skiller.
Yeah.
But if I got to base it off preference, I would go with Reeps 1.
I like what Reeps 1 did audibly better.
Yes.
So, like the whole sweater beatwork, beatwork. I F with that more than what Skiller did because it's more memorable. But in the battle, my vote goes to Skiller for this round.
Yeah, got you.
Also, what Skiller does is the lip bass, but he does oscillation. He like vocalizes it. He has incredible control over the lips during the. So that's what you heard in the first round.
All right, let's get it, man. Second round.
Look at him. Look at this dude. He was ready, bro.
Your time is over.
That's crazy. That's insane.
Come on. And this beat, my friend, is called 9/8.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep it real. This is only the second time I've ever seen Skiller in my life. The beautiful. I'm not going to talk about the techniques because that's better for you.
His luscious hair.
He comes to battle. He's actually there to battle, not
battle.
perform.
He's not a showcase
He knows
artist.
what he's doing, and he's very respectable after. But in the moment, he puts on a performance,
He's
bro.
gunning.
A battle. Like, he's literally sidekicking dudes in their chest, bro. Like, straight up. He's hitting them, bro.
Skiller is
combos.
In the battle scene, Skiller is one of the best to ever. Like, his run was like this year. It was historical, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like he's a battler, bro. He's like this more aggressive than even like like Alem at a certain point. Well, especially this year, or like Alexino and stuff. He's one of the most, like ZD, for example, is very chill.
Yeah.
He's laid back, but he still won a championship. He won a world championship.
yeah.
This dude was aggressive.
Well, he's using everything because some people can just let their skill be aggressive, but he's just every element he's displaying. It's crazy.
Like, you
he's
know
killing
what,
it.
like,
He's actually killing it.
For example, certain battlers have certain styles, right?
Yeah.
They'll brush it off, like what Alexino does, for example. You know Alexino.
Yeah.
He'll laugh at you. He'll try to make you he'll provoke you in the battle.
Yeah.
He has these techniques, and he's like, yeah, whatever. Like he'll clown you. That's his style. Alem is also quite aggressive with it. I'd say more assertive.
Yeah.
His style is just being in your face, making you like, oh, like what like with Napalm in the finals. Napalm was like, damn.
Yeah.
That's the effect he has on you.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah. This
Footbox has a similar. I think Footbox has a similar style.
well,
aggressive.
and that's the other thing, man. You watch these things and learn. Like when I was in Scribble Jam as Yo Mama's Pimp in 2023, I had watched Idea, and Idea would really walk back and forth. He'd get in your face. Like, he did all these things, these mannerisms that I took on as my own.
Yeah.
Then I added little things from other sectors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know exactly, like, when I'm watching this, I'm seeing what he's doing, and I know this next generation, like, some of his style is embedded in some of the generation you're talking about, and you can see it in those battles. And that's why I like going back, because now it's like learning from Hoist Gracie, the jiu-jitsu that he brought to UFC 1 and how it changed mixed martial arts. It's what really added the ground game to martial arts, where it's like, yo, you have to be able to either wrestle or do jiu-jitsu, or you can't really be a champion without that. And that's what we're seeing here, the history of beatbox. This is super dope in the battle sense.
Exactly.
Chill.
Grime, UK grime.
Bro, I love to be one side.
Out of my truck.
Oh shit!
That beat, he does like a whoa. I can't do it. But he does like a how is it? It's oscillation.
Yeah.
That's what he does. I need to polish it, but that's that beat. I don't remember these battles, but I remember that beat. Like that. That's so iconic, and it might even be Reeps one's like most iconic beat to pull out, except for like Move and all that other stuff. But that is such an iconic, and it's like this very distinct UK sound.
Yeah.
He has such, and he's like heavy on the drum and bass too. He's such a UK artist, bro. Grime is hard, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I just like his style. Now at the end of his round did not sell me. I was just kind of like,
It was-
like, and I felt like he tried to go into maybe those technical schemes.
It was solid,
yeah.
but it wasn't like what he did. For example, he did this beat, and then he did something super technical. At the end, he finished it nicely and went back into that beat. Like that's plus points to me because you have solid structure.
Got you.
But the entirety of it wasn't wow.
Yeah. The other thing is what I'm starting to hear, and correct me if I'm wrong. His technical scheme wasn't as powerful as Skiller because it started to sound quiet. I was like, oh, he's getting
not-
technical, but I was like, yo, I can't really like with Skiller. I'm like, oh my
It's-
god,
it's
like,
impact. It's impact.
Yeah, and I had noticed Alem and Collapse are really good
There's
at
certain-
pushing the technical
Because-
and you hear
yeah,
it
yeah,
louder
yeah.
and cleaner.
Yeah.
So that's just what I noticed.
Because Reeps one is also a very technical beatboxer.
Oh, absolutely. I
But-
don't want to.
but-
I'm just
Skiller is not a good matchup for him.
got you.
Certain beatboxers you don't want to go against.
Yeah,
Like for example, Indicator does not want to battle Inertia.
yeah, yeah,
He says that's a loss for me.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Certain beatboxers you don't match up with.
Yeah. They say it in fighting, styles make fights.
Yes.
And it always is surprising. They're like, how'd this dude win? Like they call it MMA math.
Yeah.
They're like, the math doesn't add up. This dude's never lost, and then he lost to this dude who's an awkward fighter that uses a weird stance.
Yeah, if you-
Strickland
let's say if you-
always is like has a weird
Let's say
style.
if you're a takedown artist, right? If you grapple, but this motherfucker he can counter grapples extremely well.
Yep.
That's your strong point, and
Yep.
he probably knows. Oh, you're gonna go grapple. Well, I'll mess you up.
Yep.
You're good on the ground. I'm good up here.
Yeah.
Like that. That's a counter. That's
Yeah.
just in itself.
Yeah. It's wild. Who won this? Skiller?
Who do you think?
Skiller.
Because he was in the final.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, this
But
is the same.
you're
this
right.
is the same battle
This
from
is the same.
Alem.
Yeah.
Got you.
But
got
you're
you.
right, though. You're right.
Right.
Like your gut says Skiller.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Maybe against somebody
I
else.
mean, honestly, this was a battle where I was almost like willing to be like, "There's no question, it's Skiller."
Yeah.
Reeps one did good. I felt like with Alem, Skiller totally ran away with it. That didn't happen here, but it was obvious he won.
Yeah.
That's how I took it.
I think Reeps performed better than Alem did in the finals.
I did too, but also
But this
he
is
was in
not-
the finals and he probably ran out of.
But he
routine, a
made
little-
it to the final. Like if you watch the battles of Alem pre-final, like he performs better than what Reeps 1 did, and that's the reason why he's in the final.
Yeah, absolutely. I get it.
Bro,
Because that's the thing, man. When you're
yeah.
dealing with a tournament, that's also different than fighting now because you just have one match a night. But
Yeah.
back in the day, it used to be like the original UFC where you have multiple fights a night.
Yes.
So
Bro,
you're
that's
like, yo,
crazy, man.
it's insanity. So you got to like, you're like, yo, I got to knock these dudes out the first time because if not, you go into your last, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. And that's how battle rap was. You had brackets. I remember being in a 32-person bracket. And that's crazy. There's so many battles you have to do, like to get to number 1 versus 2. It's craziness. But yeah. All right, you guys. Yo, this was ill. I love, battling's kind of like a thing that I have passion for. It's kind of cool. Me and him could do this together. Pause. Because
That's 5 battles
yeah,
in one night.
bro. And the thing is, you got to think with freestyle rapping, it's crazy. It's just it's very unique. And sometimes it just depends. Anyways, yeah, that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, because
we should react to some Scribble Jam.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Because with beatbox, if you fumble a snare,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
You can still recover. In rap, if you fumble a word,
Yeah.
you might mess up the whole bar.
Yeah.
And you mess up the whole flow, and the crowd's like, oh, boo.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. You guys like, share, comment, subscribe. We riding off 40.
Thank you for being some man.
I enjoy this beatbox stuff, bro. Like, this is real fun.
40
Yeah, no,
years down
absolutely. I'm
the
the same
road,
way.
back
We gotta do
again.
more.
FUQ.